Welcome to the third chapter of my historic trip. The first two trips being in Europe and Morocco, of course. This time I'm reporting from Australia, a place I've always wanted to visit. For the fun people, the great beaches, and the lovely accents. Though the one thing missing, perhaps most important, is some fun and interesting history, although the stuff that I find interesting at least. We will report on the Aborigines in a later session, but for today we're just going to focus on the history of Australia, history of Sydney, and the creation of the Commonwealth. To start off with the history, scholars believe that Australia was first settled 40 to 50,000 years ago, but it was the Dutch that made the first European sighting in 1606. They mapped out the west and the east of Australia, named it New Holland, but never colonized it. That was left for the English. In 1770, Captain James Cook sailed around eastern Australia, named it New South Wales, and claimed it for England. This paved the way for a penal colony. Prior to this, most convicts were sent to the United States, but because of problems around this time, the British needed a new place. So 17 years after James Cook's incident, Arthur Phillipps left England with 11 ships filled with soldiers and convicts and settled at Port Jackson in Sydney on January 26, 1788. This has since become Australia's National Day, or to the Aborigines, Invasion Day. Now, the region was named Sydney after Lord Sydney, the British Secretary of State for Home Affairs, who had authorized the colonization scheme. As the years went on, and as England captured all of Australia and claimed it for themselves, other colonies began to spring up, including Tasmania in 1803, South Australia in 1836, Victoria in 1851, and Queensland in 1859. Now, unlike Sydney and Brisbane that started off as penal colonies, South Australia started off as a free colony, meaning there were no convicts. Victoria and Queensland also started as free colonies, but later accepted convicts. Sydney, after 1848, had removed all convicts and had stopped the flow of convicts coming to the colonial region. So they had 6 self-governing states, and on January 1st, 1901, these 6 self-governing states came together and formed a federation, and this is Australia as we know it today. The Queen of England, still the absolute monarch, but the 6 independent federal states now combined into one, making the Commonwealth of Australia. Thank you.